Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. We got a practice match for you today. So I'll be pitting myself and Ben against Nick and Rick. All four of the players are on our USTA 4.0 team, and Nick and Ben are brothers, so we get to see brother on brother. And Rick and I are usual partners, but today we're splitting up, so let's see how the match goes. Hope you enjoy. All right, welcome into the match here. We're starting off serving Ben, my partner serving. I'm in the bright yellow. As we can see here, start off with a good put away. Always good way to start off the match. Going into this match, I'm feeling pretty good about the matchup. Again, Rick is a 3-5 player. Nick has recently been a 4-5 player and kind of got bumped down to 4-0. So he is a very strong player that felt like it was a good matchup for those two to be together. Ben and I are solid 4-0 players that we typically mesh relatively well together despite us not playing together very often. So a lot of fun to being able to partner with him. You can see we're working our way through the service game here. We get a good point going on here, and Rick, classic overhead backhand put away, which is an unusual shot, but that's actually one of his specialties. So never like to see that, but we're going to deuce here, and Ben's serving it up. Nick with his classic lob returns. This time we got lucky, but you'll see a lot of that here today. Nick very much likes to take the lack of pace that he sees from a lot of the servers and just lob over the front guy and giving people a hard backhand ground stroke from the service line. So he likes to put people in pressure in that regards, which is very effective at the 4-0 level. So we'll just let the points play out here, and I'll chime in from now and then, giving you my perspective. All right, so one thing that you'll see throughout this match is I'm actually demoing a racket here today, the E-Zone 100 from Yonex. And the one thing that I had trouble with in general was ground strokes. I know I got a decent return in here, but overall my forehand and backhand ground strokes and return game felt off. I wasn't able to get the rhythm and timing very well overall from what I'm used to. But my serves and volleys felt fantastic. I think I served relatively well with the racket. It felt like I got a little bit more power than I usually have. And then my volleys felt as good, maybe a little bit better than my typical racket, which is the Boom MP, the first gen from 22, I believe. But overall, you'll see here inconsistent game from returns and ground strokes, but I still plan on continuing to demo the racket just to see if it gives me a feel. I'm looking for something that'll give me a little bit more effortless power than what I'm used to playing with. Again, mine is more of a finesse game, and I'd like to have something that'll assist the power. As you can see here, got my service game. Again, feeling pretty comfortable with this racket overall with serving. Again, I'm that more consistent server without a lot of power, but I felt pretty good serving on the deuce side. Overall, that was going very well. Ben with an awesome put away there. And I think on this first service game, I'm hitting unusual amount of second serves to the ad side, but again, I don't think I had a single double fault this entire match. So we'll see how this plays out. But again, I probably go a little bit too safe on my second serve. Maybe be a little bit more aggressive and put people in more of a position that they make some errors. But again, I'm more about not giving away any free points off the serve as much as I can. So just get the point started and do the best you can. We can see there's one of those ground strokes that I just feel uncomfortable with, let alone Nick serving right now. And I'm typically not the greatest with Nick's serve. He's able to hit a bunch of spots at varying speeds and depths and bounce levels and all that. So he's usually very prolific on the serve. I think I had two of those kind of shots where I got a pretty easy volley to my backhand and I bounced them out long. I believe there's almost two identical from what we just saw there. Again, I think that's more getting used to the racket. Again, my volleys felt pretty strong, but the backhand volley is always something I'm not very good with anyways, so I don't put too much stock into those misses. All right, so I haven't really talked too much about kind of where my headspace is on this match. We can just hear the classic "come on" from me right after that missed backhand return. Again, any backhand I miss, I'm not a happy person. But this is where my frustrations with my return games and ground strokes, you see I just sky another return long. I'm getting frustrated that I'm really loving the racket from a serve and volley perspective, but I'm not able to dial in my returns and ground strokes. And as I said earlier, like no free points off the serve, which is getting consistent returns in play. I'm very much focused on. So again, I'm getting very frustrated from that perspective. But again, now I'm serving and I'm, serve ace there, unusual ace for me. Feeling very good about my service game. So I don't think it's really lingering right now on how I'm feeling about it, but you'll see and hear some frustrations as we move along, especially on my return game, just not being where I want it to be. All right, and there we can see we came away with the first set 6-3. So yeah, feeling pretty good about the match so far. One thing I do want to comment on is the Swing Vision app. So I'm really liking it. I'm digging it, figuring it out. The first two videos, there were a couple issues with the scoring and some video glitches and things like that. The thing that I learned is you really have to go in and watch the video and kind of do some pre-editing in the app kind of before you export everything. So it's not the cleanest or easiest tool to use, but it's very important if you want to make sure it reflects accurate stats and score lines on the videos. So for those of you looking at trying to use the app, there are options. If you do have like an Apple Watch, you can actually do live scoring on the court, which helps the accuracy, I believe, of the scoring. But I don't have that, so I'm just using the auto-generated scoring to put it together. So I'm learning you have to really go in and manually ensure that everything, as we saw in the last two full videos, the scoring at the end got all wonky and out of sorts. So going forward, I know to kind of pre-watch it and edit points as needed to make sure it accurately reflects the score here. I'm also playing along with the zoom aspect of the functionality. So obviously you can see here the view of the court is zoomed in a little bit. Unfortunately, it's off kilter. Hanging it on a curtain isn't the most ideal, but I think I kind of like this amount of zoom. It's not as far as you can go forward, but it's just a little bit set back. So I think I kind of like this, but feel free to comment below on kind of what your preference is for the zoom aspect of the court. And that last shot gives me some hope with the racket. I was able to rip a strong backhand. Felt really good with that. So yeah, feeling pretty good with that. But overall, as we can see, the score line is pretty tight here. And as we'll see throughout this set, things get tense and ramped up. And you'll probably hear me yelling a little bit more, specifically around those ground strokes again. Still trying to dial those in throughout the set. Still not feeling the most comfortable with them, but again, doing the best I can. Yeah, just giving Nick a nice volley and taking over that point there. So again, overall, right now things are tense and tight. We're down. We're on serve, but we're down. So I get very competitive even in these practice matches. So I treat them like a real match. That's the way my mindset is, especially so then I can work through my emotions that I go through within a regular match. So practice like you play is kind of my mantra, and that's what I bring into it. And that last serve is a Nick specialty, just using that, I don't know, the 6'5" frame and just hitting that cutting short angle out wide to the deuce. Deadly shot. He doesn't use it as much as he used to, but if he just hit that consistently, he would get an ace, at least 2 aces every service game he had. So yeah, this is going into my worst case scenario. Typically, trying to serve to stay into a set or a match. My service game is typically the weakest position for my doubles teams, so typically not feeling pretty good about this. But today I've been serving very well. Despite, again, the frustrations I'm having with my ground strokes, I'm feeling pretty confident with my serve here. So putting up a second serve here. Typically, yeah, again, those ground strokes, yeah, just airballing that ball. But again, feeling pretty, again, overall comfortable with the serving and getting away with a point here. Nope, we lose that one. So yeah, down, not in a position you want to be. But Ben, nice put away, keeps us in the set. And getting a lucky bad return. So serving at deuce, getting that first serve in, very important. Doing the best I can to get a ground stroke. I need to be following that in. But it's so hard against Nick because he's such a prolific lobber that I typically try to hang back against him against my better judgment. So, all right. Now getting the hold there. So it's 6-all. So we have a tie break for the set here, and I'll just let this play out and see how the match ends up, and I'll see you at the end of the video. All right, thank you all. Hey, and I finally get a win on the channel. It only took 3 times. So I hope you guys enjoyed that matchup. Again, it was just a fun practice matchup. Ben and I don't typically partner together, so it was fun being able to hit with him. I always struggle with Nick's serve. He's a pretty big bombing server that can also hit a lot of angles, so you never know what you're going to get out of him. And it's always fun to play against Rick. Him and I have been on a team together for decades at this point, so it's been quite a while. So again, I hope you guys enjoyed the match, and just remember, get out there and play tennis.